bowled by Wasim Akram.
And he's bowled in the absolute perfect Yorker from Waqar Younis.
What a great delivery. Left and lamb has been cleaned up.
Bowled. There's just no way that the tail end can play those sort of deliveries.
Wasim Akram is on a hat-trick.
Oh, superb delivery.
Great delivery. Beautifully bowled by Wasim Akram. Edged and gone.
Oh, bowling. What a great delivery that is.
A one-day bowling masterclass then with two of the very best bowlers of all time. Wasim Akram is alongside me, and in the hut, in the player zone for us is Waqar Younis. Waqar, thanks ever so much for this. I know you seem a long way away, social distancing and all of that, but thanks very much. We'll get back to you guys in a moment. I just want to show some numbers here because it just puts into context just how good these two were. First to 500 ODI wickets was Wasim. He finished on 502. He finished in second place there, where Murali right at the top with 534 and Waqar there in third. You can see quite extraordinary averages as well, both around the same, 23.52 and 23.84. Waz, we're going to start with you.
Sure.
What makes such a special one-day bowler?
I suppose as a one-day bowler, a shorter format bowler, even this day and age, you should go for the wickets. You can't just think as a bowler that, okay, I'm going to bowl my first 5 overs in 50-over game and give away 10 runs. No, you should go for it. I'm going to get 2 to 3 wickets with the new ball, and then obviously with the old ball, especially in last 5 overs, you got to go for the wickets as well. Aim the stumps. Nowadays there's so many variations, and obviously the variations are very, very important in this day and age.
So how are you going to go for those wickets? Are you going to say, okay, runs are not that important, I'm just going to bowl at the stumps, maybe bowl a little bit fuller than you would normally?
With the new ball, my natural swing is like Shaheen Afridi, bring the ball back into the right-hander, and then I'll try the couple of Yorkers. I might get hit for a couple of boundaries, but you got to be brave enough as a fast bowler, especially with the new ball, because new ball will swing around a bit. And then if nothing is happening, I'll go cross to the right-hander, just cross, and try to maintain my bowling analysis. Say if I bowled 5 overs, I'll give away 15 runs, maybe no wicket. But the last 5 overs to 4 overs, we used to bowl 5 overs each. Nowadays, you can't even think of giving any fast bowlers 5 overs in a row. So me and Waqar used to bowl 5 overs each. It was pressure. He used to create pressure from other end, and I used to create pressure on my end. And obviously, you had to judge the batsman, you have to judge the situation, and fielding. Set your field. You can't expect your skipper to set your field for you. Okay, that comes with experience, but as long as you know where you're bowling, you can set field according to that. That was my mantra.
I've got the new ball in my hand, you've got the older ball. Is it fair to say you enjoy bowling with that ball more than this one?
Yes, there was a reason. This is a reverse swing ball. You can see the rough side is this, and I probably will shine this side. It'll go with the shine. So it means when, as a fast bowler, me or Waqar or Shoaib Akhtar or whoever, Pakistani bowler is reversing, we know this ball is going to come into the right-hander, and it'll come into the left-hander. So the control was there. Not with the new ball as much, but the old ball, the more the control, the quicker you run in, and obviously you bowl very measured Yorkers.
We're going to talk about Yorkers with Waqar in just a moment. But Waqar, let's come to you now. What was it like having Wasim as your opening partner all those years ago?
Look, I couldn't have asked for more with Wasim bowling from the other end. I think my success, major success, have come because of him, because he was a brilliant new ball bowler, and he used to give early wickets, which he's just mentioning about that. He used to attack a lot. I was the one who used to come in number 3 or number 4 in the start of my career, and I used to bowl with the older ball. So I used to come with the reverse when it was always reversing. So it was a little bit easier for me. But he was outstanding. I mean, there's no doubt about that.
I mean, you bowled some brilliant Yorkers over the years. I think we're going to show in your monitor now some examples of it. I mean, give away the secret, Waqar. How did you do this so many times?
Look, I think in my case, I think my action really suited that sort of delivery, very much side on and kind of slingy. You can see that there. I used to sort of drop my arm a little bit and allow the ball. There you are. I used to allow the ball to sort of go away from the right-hander first and then sort of dip back. So my action kind of really helped me to develop those good Yorkers. And the good thing about it was that, I used to aim way outside the off stump, so to allow the ball to sort of swing back, dip back, and target those toes or the stumps.
Vicky, question from my end. Can you kind of change your action according to the ball, if it's a new ball and if it's an old ball? Can you do that during the game? You used to do that very often.
Look, I have done it over the years because, if you look back maybe in the 89, 90s or early days of my career when my back was fine, it wasn't broken, I had a stress fracture in my back, and then my action kind of changed a little bit. But then, of course, over the period when I played a lot of cricket here in England or all over the world, I learned that I can drop my arm a little bit, allow the ball to go sort of in a saucer kind of a way, and I can really put some force on it so the ball can dip late. It wasn't really only the in-swinger, it was more like a dip which really caused more problem. And also, don't forget, cricket has changed over the years, and now it's different. Batsmen are a lot smarter. They go back in the crease and they don't really allow the bowlers to, settle. So it's a different ball game now to then when we played.
So what was your grip with the new ball or with the old ball? You have both the balls lying there. Can you just show us quickly, please?
Look, I got two cricket balls here. This is a brand new ball. What I did in the later on in my career was that I used to make sure that I lock my wrists and try to stay behind the ball as long as I can. Doesn't really matter if I'm sort of slinging it or not slinging it. Even if I'm slinging it, I make sure that my wrists sort of come down nice and straight so I can get that the outswinger going, especially with the new ball. And the same thing with the older ball with the shiny on the right side. And I used to just sort of break the wrist a little bit and make sure that I go this way. Just go toward my left side. I push it away so the batsman can get foxed a little bit. Then I'm trying to push it away from him. And then the reverse swing comes into play maybe around 17 meters or 18 meters to get him.
I mean, we all played in an era where batsmen, we weren't so keen to perhaps get on one knee and sort of scoop Waqar Younis and Wasim Akram over fine leg. I mean, Waqar just mentioned it there, Jos Buttler. How would you bowl in the modern era? How would you bowl to someone like Jos Buttler who's prepared to take on that option?
It'll be difficult, no doubt. He's a class player, he's a very different player, and like Waqar said, he uses the crease beautifully. And that's where you have to have communication with your wicketkeeper. Okay, if you're playing against England, he can shout in Urdu, he's inside the crease. And then you can, change your length or adjust your length. But again, as a bowler this day and age, if I was playing this day and age or even Waqar, we probably will have three options running into a player like Jos Buttler in last 5 overs. Slow ball cross, the leg cutter, the back of the hand, or a Yorker. So 3 options when you run in. You can't change your option when you are here. It means you're already in 2-3 minds, and that's where you bowl the delivery what he wants you to bowl. So 3 options and field setting. If going towards lap, that's where the leg cutter comes in. Fine leg up, he has to really hit it, because if you bowl a pace or Yorker, he will easily pick it up. And if he's giving you room, then you follow him with the Yorker. So that's the second option. And obviously, third option is he charging towards you, and that's when maybe slow ball bouncer or the back of the hand going across the right-hander. So these little things are very important. Presence of mind, especially in last 4 overs against the likes of Jos Buttler, is the key.
Love to have seen that. Love to have seen Wasim and Waqar bowling to Jos Buttler. Wacky, how would you have gone about it then if you'd have had to face that bowl to someone like Jos?
When it's reversing, I'll still take my chances, Wasim bhai, to bowl him the Yorker, try to bowl him full and keep my fine leg back. Okay, if you get it right, I'll give you a single, but I can hit your toe.
Sounds so simple.
As easy.
I mean, some of the most iconic deliveries we see on the telly year after year is your couple of deliveries in the World Cup '92, round the wicket. Alan Lamb, firstly. How did you work out to come round the wicket and get the ball to move like that?
Because remember, in that World Cup, there were 2 new balls, and we obviously realized that bowling which end and bowl pavilion end, that ball's going to reverse. I mostly went around the wicket when it was reversing, so I had more control on my deliveries. And I knew, and I obviously had a word with my skipper Imran Khan, that I will go around the wicket and I will bowl this away swing, because Alan Lamb very rarely played against me in county cricket, especially with the old ball, because he was number 4 batsman. He used to come with the new ball. And obviously on the other end, Neil Fairbrother, my teammate, was batting. He went up to him before the over. He said, Wasim will try to do that and just block. And obviously he blocked, but I probably was too late by then. But as a bowler with experience, you get to know how much it's going to reverse, what sort of batsman you are bowling against, and what sort of situation you are bowling into. And that was a stage where we as a Pakistan team needed wickets. Not made in over, wickets. So as a fast bowler, always go for wickets.
Who was the best batsman you ever bowled?
I mean, I played against all the greats of the game from mid-85. I had my debut against Viv Richards, Alan Border, Sunil Gavaskar, Gucci, Gatting, all these guys. But, Brian Lara, then Sachin Tendulkar, then even Ricky Ponting in the end. But 2 batsmen I kind of not struggled against, but I was wary every time I was running in. One was Sri Lankan, Sanath Jayasuriya. Phenomenal. He changed the face of one-day cricket in first 15 overs. And the second was Australian Gilchrist. He used to open because every time I'm running into them, I knew if it's a little bit off length, if a little bit wide, they'll hit me for boundary. So as a bowler, I was always a bit worried. And remember, in 90s till 2000, no ball was a bouncer. I mean, short ball was a bouncer.
You still bowled the odd one though, didn't you? You still kept us honest, didn't you?
Yeah, I knew. If you are charging towards me, I'll bowl a bouncer. It might be a no ball. I'll take that risk.
You did indeed, and you had a few words to say as well. Waqar, who's the best that you bowled to?
Brian Lara, probably number 1, and I agree with Wasim regarding the Adam Gilchrist, because he was very, very destructive.
What about, whilst we got you in there, what about the modern era? Sort of throw it forward to players that are playing now. If you're at the end of your mark, Waqar, with an old ball or a new ball, who would you be slightly concerned about bowling to?
Look, there's so many nowadays. The cricket has changed. This T20 cricket has changed the face of even one-day cricket, because everything has become faster. I mean, 300 run is chaseable. In our days, 300 runs was an issue. Once you get 300 runs, you more or less won the game. But in modern era, it's very, very hard. For me, I feel, with a very heavy heart, I'm saying this, but Rohit Sharma probably is top of the list for me, because he's very, very laid back, very elegant. It seems that he's got, all the time in the world to manage any sort of pace, and he's got a few double hundreds. I don't really know. I don't have the count for that. But one-day cricket, he's probably tough to bowl at.
You've gone for another Indian, haven't you?
I have. I thought about every batsman from each team, but one name just comes straight away to my mind. The best one-day batsman in this day and age, and I think is averaging about 85 to 90 chasing, and that shows his class and his consistency, his quality. Virat Kohli. Strong player, strong shots.
Incredible conversion rate as well in one-day international cricket.
Exactly.
Unbelievable amount of hundreds.
And cricketing shots, not slogging, not power hitter, just proper cricketing shots. That's why he's so dangerous. And his performance has been phenomenal in last 4 to 5 years. I don't know how many 100 he's got, and look at the shots. Every shot in the book he's got on the up, against the spinner, against the short ball, against the back of a hand, slow ball, you name it, he's got it.
So what would be the master plan then? You've got the new ball in your hand. How would you bowl to him?
I mean, if he comes at number 4, so by the time, if I get me or Waqar get 1 wicket each, he comes, I'll try to get him out with the new ball, bring the ball back in. And I believe he struggles against the left-handers early on in his innings. And then he comes back at you. And then hope for the best.
What about bowlers, the modern bowlers? I mean, you're on commentary, you follow the game. Who do you admire most?
I think one bowler, being a left-arm fast bowler, I think he's the most difficult. He's taller than me. He's 6'4" or 6'5", Australian Mitchell Stark, and he's got pace, 150 kilometers an hour, and he bowls one of the best Yorkers in world cricket. Good variation, but again, he is one of those bowlers, old school like us. He relies on his pace and on his Yorker, even with the new ball or with the old ball. A wicket-taking bowler. So that's why he's so dangerous.
Terrific bowler, isn't he? I mean, it's that late swing there, isn't it? You'd be full of admiration for the way that he pitches the ball up, and he's got the short ball as well.
And then he's got a quick short ball. Like I said, about 90 miles per hour he bowls. So imagine, and consistent, not just one off every time he runs in.
Would someone like him, if you were, say, working in Australia and he was playing in a game, would he come up and say, "What do you reckon, Wasim? Have you seen anything you can pick out and help me, or not?"
Of course, I'll help.
Do players come up to you and?
Yeah, they do. They do. I think I was with him about when he started his career, when India was touring. I think 2014, 15. I don't remember the exact date. I spent about half an hour with him in nets just he's got the natural swing, and then I was talking to him about eventually he has to learn this. Like I also give advice to Shaheen Afridi. Eventually he has to learn that delivery as well, going away from the right-hander. But now he's one of the best bowler in world cricket, Mitchell Starc.
You're being loyal to a left armer. Waqar, are you going to be loyal to a Yorker bowler? Who are you going to go for?
Look, there's no doubt that Starkey is probably one of the best in one day, not only one day but Test cricket also. But I feel, or I believe that in modern cricket nowadays, if you're a little bit unorthodox and you have a kind of an action which can really make the batsman think twice or trouble him, I think one should go for Jasprit Bumrah. Again, saying it with a heavy heart. I don't want to say it, but he is another one who's a wicket taker, as Wasim says that wickets early on are always crucial. And he is a wicket taker. He has got a beautiful slow delivery. He bowls good Yorkers and goes wide of the crease. Very, very deceptive action. Difficult to handle, I feel. I haven't faced him, but I feel that to the left-hander, to the right-hander is equally good.
You wouldn't have lasted against him, Vicky, I can promise you.
No chance.
But it's that action as well, isn't it? It's so different. He's sort of picking up the action.
I think
where I struggled to face you actually over the years. I've struggled against most bowlers, but particularly against you because of your quick arm action.
Yeah, my action was like Chinese noodle maker.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah.
And that's why, you WhatsApp me every now and then about the front foot no ball I got you out at Old Trafford.
Here.
So, here. So I did ask this question to the umpires, how can you miss my, how come you miss my no ball every time? And their answer was very simple. If you look down and by the time you look up, the ball has been bowled. Yeah. So they were concentrating there than here. So it helped me, I suppose.
Okay, well, on that sad note, we'll leave it there. Thanks ever so much. Waqar, thanks ever so much. I know you're busy. Good luck working with those Pakistan bowlers. Really enjoyed talking to you again.
Cheers, Nick. Thanks.
Like a trip down memory lane. Thanks ever so much.
Thank you.